Shane sent his car low coming off turn 4. He'd been running mid-pack for most of the race. Lap 185 of 200. 15 laps to make something happen. The leaders were 3 wide ahead of him, blocking each other, fighting for position. None of them saw him coming on the inside. Shane's spotter radioed clear low. They're racing each other. Go. Shane dropped to the apron. The car stayed planted. He accelerated past 3 cars in one move, from 8th to 5th in seconds. Holy shit, his crew chief said over the radio. Where did that come from? Shane didn't answer. He was focused on the next group. 2 cars ahead were side by side. Kyle Larson on the outside, Chase Elliott on the inside, both fighting hard. Shane saw the gap between them, a hole that would close in half a second. He went for it. Threaded the needle at 95 miles per hour. His car fit with inches to spare. Larson and Elliott both lifted, surprised by the move. Shane was third now, with 14 laps to go. That was insane, the TV commentator said. Van Gisbergen just split 2 cup champions like they were standing still. In the pits, crew chiefs were scrambling, calling their drivers, warning them. The New Zealand driver was making moves nobody expected. Shane's car was fast, faster than anyone had seen in practice. His team had found something, some setup combination that made the car come alive in traffic. The 2 leaders ahead were Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin, both veterans, both multiple Daytona 500 winners, both aware that Shane was coming. Who is this guy? Logano radioed his team. Where did he come from? That's Van Gisbergen, the road course guy. He's been running mid-pack all day. Not anymore. Shane caught the leaders with 10 laps to go, got in their draft, started working the air, pushing them, pulling them, learning their rhythms. Hamlin noticed. He's testing us, seeing how we react. Logano agreed. We need to work together. Block him. Keep him third. But Shane wasn't waiting for permission. Lap 195. 5 to go. He dove low under Hamlin in turn 1. Hamlin blocked. Shane expected it. Switched high. Got alongside Logano on the back stretch. 3 wide into turn 3. Shane on the outside. Hamlin in the middle. Logano low. They stayed 3 wide through turn 4. Across the line. 4 laps to go. In the broadcast booth, the commentators were losing their minds. This is incredible racing. Van Gisbergen is racing 2 champions door-to-door for the Daytona 500. Shane's crew chief Marcus came on the radio. You're doing great. Stay patient. Let them race each other. But Shane wasn't being patient. He was being aggressive. Every corner he tried something different. High line, low line, in the draft, out of the draft, testing, probing, looking for weakness. Logano was getting frustrated. This guy won't back off. Every corner he's trying something new. That's road racing mentality. Logano's crew chief replied. He's treating this like a road course. Multiple lines, constant pressure. Hamlin was calmer. Let him wear himself out. He'll make a mistake. But Shane wasn't making mistakes. Lap 193 to go. He got a run off turn 2. Pulled even with Logano on the backstretch. Logano threw a block. Shane anticipated it. Ducked back low. Got beside Hamlin instead. The crowd was on their feet. This wasn't supposed to happen. Shane was a road course specialist. Good on the twisty tracks. Not known for oval racing. Especially not superspeedway racing. But here he was, racing for the win at Daytona. He's learned more in 1,900 laps than most drivers learn in years, the TV analyst said. Look at his lines, his positioning. He's racing like a veteran. 2 laps to go. Hamlin made a move. Went high in turn 1, trying to get clear air, get a run. Logano stayed low, blocking Shane. But Shane saw an opportunity. He tucked in behind Hamlin, used his draft, got pulled around the outside. Coming off turn 2, Shane was alongside Logano, both chasing Hamlin. Into turn 3, Shane's momentum carried him past Logano, second place now. 1 lap to go. Hamlin was 5 car lengths ahead. Not much in a restrictor plate race, but enough to be dangerous. You've got 1 lap, Marcus radioed. Make it count. Shane focused. He'd watched Hamlin all day. Knew his tendencies. Hamlin liked the bottom in turns 1 and 2, the top in 3 and 4. Shane planned accordingly. White flag. Final lap. Shane got a good run off turn 4. Closed the gap to Hamlin's bumper down the front stretch. The crowd noise was deafening. Hamlin went low in turn 1. Shane went with him, stayed in his draft, waited. Off turn 2, Shane pulled high, got beside Hamlin's door. They raced side by side down the backstretch. Hamlin was blocking the air, making it hard for Shane to complete the pass. Behind them, Logano was catching up. This was about to be 3 wide again. Turn 3. Shane went higher. Hamlin followed him, trying to stay in front, trying to break the draft. But Shane had timed it perfectly. Coming off turn 4, he had momentum, had position, had the run he needed. They crossed the line side by side, inches apart. Photo finish. The crowd held its breath. The drivers didn't know who won. The spotters didn't know. The crews didn't know. For 5 seconds, nobody knew. Then the scoring system updated. Shane van Gisbergen, winner, by 6 inches. Shane keyed his radio. Did we get it? You won the Daytona 500. Marcus screamed. You won it. Shane's reaction was quiet. Just no way. But the chaos was just beginning. Victory lane was pandemonium. Shane's team was celebrating. Media was swarming. Camera flashes everywhere. But in the garage area, the mood was different. Tense. Angry. Logano threw his steering wheel in his car. That's bullshit. How does a road racer come here and win the 500? Chase Elliott was equally frustrated. We got beat by a guy who's never even run the full Cup schedule. How does that happen? Other drivers had similar reactions. Kyle Busch, something's not right with that car. Nobody gains that much speed that fast. The insinuation was clear. Cheating. Illegal modifications. Something. Within an hour, NASCAR impounded Shane's car for a full inspection. Standard procedure for a Daytona 500 winner. But this time, every team in the garage was watching closely. The inspection took 3 hours. Officials checked everything: engine, body, chassis, aerodynamics, fuel, tires, electronics. Everything was legal. NASCAR's director of competition made the announcement. The 97 car is compliant with all rules. The win stands. But that didn't satisfy the critics. Social media exploded with conspiracy theories. They're protecting him because he's a big name. NASCAR wants international drivers to succeed. There's no way that was legal. Shane's team knew this was coming. Marcus had warned him. Winning this race will make enemies. Lots of them. I don't care about enemies, Shane had said. I care about winning. Now he was dealing with the consequences. The next race was Atlanta. Shane arrived to a hostile environment. Other drivers avoided him in the drivers' meeting. Crews gave his team cold stares. Media asked pointed questions. Do you think you deserve that win? One reporter asked. I crossed the line first, so yes. But you're not a super speedway racer. Don't you think the real experts should have won? Shane's expression hardened. I raced 200 laps. Made the right moves at the right time. That's what racing is. But the narrative was set. Shane was the outsider, the interloper, the guy who didn't belong. Kyle Larson gave an interview that made it worse. Look, Shane's a great road racer. Nobody disputes that. But winning Daytona on your first try, while racing against the best superspeedway racers in the world, that's suspect. Are you saying he cheated? I'm saying something doesn't add up. NASCAR was forced to respond. They released a statement. We have thoroughly inspected the winning vehicle. It was legal. We will not tolerate baseless accusations. But the damage was done. Shane was marked now. Every race, every move would be scrutinized, questioned, challenged. At Atlanta, Shane qualified 23rd. Not terrible, but not great. During the race, several drivers raced him harder than necessary, bump drafting aggressively, forcing him high into the dirty air, making it clear he wasn't welcome. Shane finished 15th. Respectable. But the message had been sent. After the race, Denny Hamlin found Shane in the garage. You need to understand something. Daytona wasn't just a race. It was a statement. You told everyone here that you're better than them, that you can come into their specialty and dominate. I didn't dominate. I won by inches. Doesn't matter. You won. And that pisses people off, especially drivers who've spent their whole careers trying to win that race. So what should I have done? Let you win? No, but understand the politics. Racing isn't just about speed. It's about relationships. Respect. You haven't earned that yet. I thought winning earned respect. Hamlin shook his head. Not the way you won. Not this fast. You skipped steps, made enemies. Now you have to deal with the consequences. The next month was brutal. Every race, Shane faced aggressive racing from multiple competitors. They'd bump him in corners, block him on straightaways, race him harder than they raced each other. At Bristol, Kyle Busch spun Shane out on lap 2, cost him a top 10 finish. After the race, Busch was unapologetic. He was in my way. I moved him. The contact was borderline dirty, but NASCAR didn't penalize it. The message was clear. Shane was fair game. His team tried to support him. Marcus, this is temporary. Once you prove yourself over a full season, it'll calm down. But Shane wasn't sure. The hostility felt personal, targeted. Every driver's meeting he sat alone. Every garage session other crews avoided his area. His mental state was deteriorating. He'd gone from the high of winning the Daytona 500 to feeling isolated and attacked. Sleep was difficult. Focus was harder. At Richmond, Shane made an uncharacteristic error, pushed too hard trying to pass Chase Elliott, hit the wall, finished 32nd. The critics pounced. See? He got lucky at Daytona. He's not really that good. Shane's confidence was shaken. He started questioning his decisions, second-guessing his aggression, racing more conservatively. His results suffered. 20th at Martinsville, 25th at Texas, 18th at Talladega. Marcus pulled him aside after Talladega. You're racing scared. That's not who you are. They're out to get me. Every race, every corner. So what? You knew this would be hard. You knew winning Daytona would make enemies. But you can't let them change who you are as a driver. They've already changed me. I'm not racing the same. Then change back. Remember why you came here. Remember what you proved at Daytona. Shane wanted to, but the mental burden was heavy. He'd gone from conquering NASCAR's biggest race to fighting just to be accepted. The psychological toll was immense. Kansas was the breaking point. Shane was running 12th, racing clean, minding his own business. On lap 175, Joey Logano moved Shane up into the wall in turn 2. Hard contact. Shane's car was damaged. He limped to pit road. The crew worked frantically, changed tires, hammered out body damage, got him back out. But he'd lost 3 laps. His day was done. Shane was furious, keyed his radio. That was deliberate. He wrecked me on purpose. Marcus tried to calm him. Focus on the rest of the race. We'll deal with it later. But Shane was done being calm, done being patient, done accepting the hostility. After the race, he found Logano in the garage. We need to talk. Logano turned. About what? About you wrecking me. You were in my line. I was racing. Bullshit. You drove me into the wall deliberately. Other drivers gathered, sensing conflict. Shane and Logano faced each other, tension thick. You think you can come here and win the Daytona 500 on your first try? Logano said. You think that doesn't have consequences? So this is punishment for winning? This is reality. You're not one of us. You didn't earn your way up. You're a hired gun brought in to shake things up. We don't respect that. Shane stepped closer. I won that race fair. My car was legal. My driving was clean. If you can't accept that, that's your problem. No, it's your problem. Because every driver in this garage feels the same way. You don't belong, and we're going to keep making that clear until you give up and go back to road racing. Shane felt rage building, his fists clenched, but he didn't swing. Instead, he said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep racing, keep winning, and there's nothing you can do about it. He walked away, but the damage was done. The conflict was public now. Everyone knew there was a war brewing. The next race was Charlotte. Shane arrived with a different attitude. No more apologies. No more trying to fit in. He was going to race his way. Aggressive, fearless, unbothered by the politics. Qualifying was strong, 8th place. The car felt good, balanced, fast. Race day, Shane was ready. When the green flag dropped, he drove like he had at Daytona, finding gaps, making moves, not waiting for permission. By lap 100 he was third. By lap 200 he was battling for the lead. Logano was leading. Shane caught him with 50 laps to go, got to his bumper, started pressuring. Logano called his team. He's back, the aggressive version, then race him, hard. They fought for 30 laps, side by side, swapping positions, clean but intense. With 10 laps to go, Shane made a move, went low in turn 1, got beside Logano. They raced door to door down the back stretch. Into turn 3, Shane had the momentum, pulled ahead slightly. Coming off turn 4, he cleared Logano by a car length. Shane held the lead for the final 10 laps, won by 2 seconds. No controversy this time, no questions, just a dominant win. In victory lane, Shane's radio message was simple: "I told you I'm not going anywhere." Logano finished second. After the race, he found Shane, extended his hand. "Good race." Shane shook it. "Thanks. You've proven your point. You can win multiple times. I still don't like that you skipped the traditional path, but I respect the driving." It wasn't friendship, it wasn't acceptance, but it was acknowledgement. Other drivers followed, some reluctantly, some genuinely. The message was clear. Shane had forced them to recognize his talent. The war wasn't over. The politics would continue, but Shane had established himself, proven that Daytona wasn't luck, that he belonged in this series. Marcus smiled in the garage afterward. "You weathered the storm. It's not over. No, but you've shown you can handle it. That's what matters." Shane nodded. He'd learned something important. Winning in NASCAR wasn't just about speed. It was about mental toughness, political navigation, earning respect through consistent performance. He'd done all three. The star drivers were still in trouble, because Shane wasn't going away. He was here to stay, and he was going to keep winning. That was his explosive performance, not just at Daytona, but in the weeks after. Fighting through the hostility, refusing to break, coming back stronger. That's what made him dangerous, not just his talent, but his resolve. And NASCAR would have to deal with it, because Shane van Gisbergen was just getting started.